Brian and Kendra Show today with Brian Cook and Kendra Cox with Keller Williams Realty Elite. And we have a special guest today, Jeramie Johnson. And we're going to be talking about security systems and smart homes and all that fun stuff.
Vivint smart homes.
Yes.
So first things first, but for real, legitimately. So we're looking at all these figures that I really think are national. But it says every 13 seconds a home burglary takes place, which ends up being 6,000 a day. That's a lot.
Wow.
Okay, so every 13 seconds, I'm sure Woodward is not that much for home burglary, but things do happen. Like Woodward's a little bit crazier than what we recognize. Is that right?
It can be. Yeah, it can be.
We don't like to say it either because we're all about Woodward and we're always like, discover Woodward. Because, I mean,
Right.
we did a discoverwoodward.com video this morning, and we love where we live. We have a great community and really probably relatively low crime, but we still have crime, right?
We do, and it's not exceptionally bad, but it's when you least expect it, and it's in the least expecting areas. Bicycles being stolen,
Right.
and people wanting cameras to watch their bicycles. Vehicles getting broken into, people just going by and touch and go.
Yeah.
Cameras to take care of that. So yeah, I mean, it's not real big crime that I've seen, but it is
But
smaller petty crimes.
If I had had a home security system, would I have had an alert that said, "Hey, lady, close your garage"?
It wouldn't have came right out and alerted you. It would have when you armed the system. It would have let you know that you had a door
I wouldn't have
open.
been able to alarm the system, right?
Correct, because it would give you the option to bypass that
Real
sensor or not. So
Yeah,
yes.
so totally would have saved me. So
But the
then,
automation part of the deal, you can probably add on a garage door.
that
Or
closes.
garage door controller, and you could close that garage door from anywhere, wherever you were.
So obviously, that's like this big huge thing to me, like just the automation part that I can have this app in my hand and be able to from anywhere. And that's been really helpful in our business, even with sellers who
Right.
say, "Yeah, here, let me unlock the door for you real quick."
We have smoke detectors. They cover more than just smoke. It's smoke, heat, and freeze. Smoke, for smoke. Heat, like if it's a true fire that's right there, it'll detect that. Freeze as well. So say for instance, if your roof blew off or something like that, you can have that option. Or if the hot water heater, if it's close to the hot water heater bursts or something like that, changes temperature drastically. It'll detect that too, and we can also take those features off too. You can adjust, you can program that sensor to whatever features you want. So if you don't need the freeze, like if somebody mounted it closer to the air conditioner vent and it gets cold real fast, it'll set the alarm off. Well, if we need to take that off, we can take it off.
Okay, it took me a minute to even catch on to where we were going with this. I got stuck with the roof blowing off, and I'm like, dude, the security system's the least of your problem.
We are in Northwest Oklahoma, so.
But I mean, that's a really cool feature. So if I'm gone for the weekend, my furnace breaks, and we've got these horrible, crazy negative chill winters.
Right.
Like we have, so that would be fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, I've lived through that once too.
You have water sensors.
We also have water sensors as well. So, like if your basement floods or something, you can get those water sensors, and it'll let you know when it'll set the alarm off when you have a water main break or something like that. Leaking faucets, something like that underneath the sink.
I was super excited though that we're talking about fire protection, and this time it had nothing to do with my cooking.
Well, it could. You never know.
That's why we set the sensitivity of the smoke alarms right away from the kitchen.
And when I install a security system, I really kind of harp on that because that
cooking?
weighs on my well, it depends.
Rude.
Never had it. So. That weighs on my conscience because if I don't offer a family or even a single person's home or something like that, something were to happen, and I didn't offer them the smoke fire protection,
Absolutely.
that's on my conscience. Because I've had several people, even in Woodward, that have come up to me and said that our smoke detectors woke them up, got them out of the house, saved half the house because it calls the fire department out for them. So that kind of made me feel a little bit better about what I'm a part of here.
Absolutely.
So I'm a smart home pro. So
That's
what that
awesome.
means, I install, sell, and communicate with the customer. So I take care of all this area. So
I had some customers moving in from Mississippi and then some leaving the area, and they had a Vivint home system. And I was like, I have no idea, just call this guy.
yep, they called me right up. The one that's moving here, I've got them taken care of. They'll be taken care of this Friday. The one moving, took care of them, and they got their system pulled, and they're on their way. So
So we got
Awesome.
Yep, so it's good. Sometimes having the local guy, and this is what
Oh, without a doubt.
is sometimes when they get to the 1-800 number and it's just not right, and it's easier to have a human on the other that's close.
Right, and that's what helps also because I'm from this community or this area, so it helps to know people like Brian, and you know he knows my numbers. Call me up, I'll take care of it.
Vivint may not offer all of this, but yes, like
Oh,
your
my bad.
lamps. You got the plug-in things that are cool. You can plug them in. It tells you if the light's on or off when you turn it off and on. I got some people that put them on and they're like, "Hey, I'm leaving town, so I switch these 3 lamps off and on."
Right,
I'd have them timered. That way, it looks like somebody's home.
Thermostats.
It's a good
Thermostats will
idea if
help
you leave your
you.
garage door open on weekend too.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to keep everything running.
Yes.
Thermostats will help you on your system, help you save electricity money. So you can
Like I'm out of town, shut it off. I'll be back in 3 hours. Turn it on.
right, yeah. Or you can set it up on a schedule. Your grandma, she, say for instance that she's prone to falling when she's walking or tripping. We have panic pendants up to 300 foot around the house. She could have pushed, if she fell, she could have pushed that panic pendant. Boom, that calls out the ambulance or whoever, and they come out and find her a lot quicker than her laying out there in the cold,
Right.
possibly freezing to death or something. So that kind of rounds out on that.
Right, and again, it's that whole peace of mind and
Yes.
that comfort and giving that extra security above and beyond a
Right.
person-to-person security.
Right, and family members, that would make you make
yeah.
you feel better. That's
Right.
at least they had something extra to rely on.
What is the thing that you really, really value the most about your security system, things that you offer? I'm not saying the right words, so you make it happen.
My most favorite thing personally is the Outdoor Camera Pro. It's new. It's a very crystal clear camera. It covers a wide view, and it's very efficient. It detects people. It does not detect, like our old cameras, it'll detect anything.
Okay.
It'll detect tumbleweeds, dogs, animals, whatever it
Right.
runs. This one is very efficient because it slows down on the amount of clips that you got, and then it doesn't take up all your memory. It detects people walking up to your house, and it also has a deter factor. Like if somebody's lingering, they're just standing around your vehicle or whatever, it will send off a siren and kind of spook them and scare them away.
All right, so if I were going to get started on a home security system, tell me kind of the process of what that would look like.
Well, it all depends. If you want to call in and have them take care of it, or you can call me. Like she said, we'll give you the information. You can call me. I get your information. We give you all the discounts and free stuff that we can, and then I turn you over to my sales associate, and he writes you up, and then we put it on my schedule, and I come out there and install it. You can get what you want at first. If you don't want certain things, we can take it off. If you want more, we can customize when I come out there. It's just really up to the customer.
I like the idea of you or your sales associate are going to come to my house.
No, just me.
Just you. And you're going to look at my house and
Yes.
we're going to talk about my different options.
Yes.
So you're going to see how I live, you're going to see my crazy kids and my crazy dog, and you're going to say, this was best for you. You're going to kind of give me some guidance.
Yes.
So again, you're Jeramie Johnson.
Yes.
You are, and I'm sorry I laughed earlier. I was just excited somebody got to call themselves a pro. You are a smart home pro
Yes.
with Vivint. So go ahead and give us your contact. I just gave you your card so you could read it yourself. What is your contact information?
My phone number, it's a Utah number, but it does go to me. It's 385-241-0814. Or you can email me, jeramie.johnson@vivint.com.
Awesome.
Sweet. And you're local. You got family in Woodward. And
Yes.
You've been around Woodward all of your life.
All
I'm
my
assuming.
life.
I remember.
Yes.
And so Ty's here, so we appreciate local. And there's so much more. We didn't even touch all the stuff on our list here of stuff you can add to automate your home. And I'm assuming if there's something you do want that Jeramie can't add with his system, he's going to give you the tips and maybe
Yes.
a direction to get that done. And so having a resource like Jeramie and Woodward is fantastic.